Hello again, everyone. It's Kennedi from Bulgaria this time. It's Tuesday morning, and as I'm filming this here in Bulgaria, I believe it's still Monday night back where you are in Troy. I hope that you all are sleeping. So as you can see, Jonathan and I made it safely over the ocean, and we are now spending the next 9 days here in our little apartment in Sofia. Can you all get outside for me this week since I can't? All we have is this tiny little balcony and a few windows for fresh air. But anyway, we're not here to talk about my quarantine experience, but about a great book called the Bible. Remember, everything in the Bible is absolutely true. There are many stories in the Bible that teach us all about God and who He is. God gave us the Bible so that we can know how to live our lives according to His perfect plan. So this week's story is about Gideon. I know that we have a few boys in our church named Gideon, and your parents named you well. Gideon was a man who served God and who trusted God when it wasn't easy. This unit is all about making choices, and Gideon chose to trust God's plan. There was a strong people in that time called the Midianites. They had been ruling over God's people, the Israelites, for 7 years. The Midianites attacked God's people and destroyed all of their crops, and because of this, Israel went into hiding. They hid in the mountains. One day, Gideon was hiding from the Midianites, and he was beating out wheat. Then suddenly, an angel of God visited him. Let's see what the angel said to Gideon in Judges 6, verses 12 through 16. It says, "And the angel of the Lord appeared to him and said to him, 'The Lord is with you, O mighty man of valor.' And Gideon said to him, 'Please, my Lord, if the Lord is with us, why has all of this happened to us? And where are all of his wonderful deeds that our fathers recounted to us, saying, Did not the Lord bring us from Egypt? But now the Lord has forsaken us and given us to the hand of Midian.' And the Lord turned to him and said, 'Go in this might of yours and save Israel from the hand of Midian. Do not I send you?' And he said to him, 'Please, Lord, how can I save Israel? Behold, my clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house.' And the Lord said to him, 'But I will be with you, and you shall strike the Midianites as one man.' So Gideon went on and gathered 32,000 men to fight the Midianites. That seemed like a pretty safe number to win a battle, right? Well, God told Gideon that he had too many soldiers. And God said, 'Tell those who are afraid to go home.' And after this, many men left. Gideon had only 10,000 men who stayed to fight. Then after this, God said, 'There are still too many men.' He told Gideon to take the men down to the water and watch how they drink. God said, 'Put the men who scoop up the water with their hands in one group, and then put the men who kneel to drink straight from the water in another group.' Gideon did what God said, and only 300 men drank from their hands to their mouths. God told them, 'I will help you defeat the Midianites with just these 300 men, and send all of the others home.' At this point, how would you feel if you were Gideon? He knew that the Midianites were strong and scary, and he knew that his people were not even close to being as strong as them, even if they did have 32,000 men. But now he was left with just 300. But Gideon was brave, and he was strong in his faith, and he trusted in God. And God gave them instructions on what to do. He told Gideon all of these instructions. God instructed Gideon to give each man a trumpet and an empty pitcher, like a pitcher that you would put lemonade in, and with a torch. Gideon and the 300 men surrounded the camps of the Midianites, and then Gideon blew his trumpet. All of the men broke their pitchers, blew their trumpets, and shouted, 'For the Lord and for Gideon!' The Midianites were terrified, and God confused them all. Because they were so scared and confused, they began to fight one another, and then they ran away. God and his people had won the battle. In this story, Gideon chose to obey God and trust his plan. You make choices every single day. Remember, God wants you to make choice to follow him and to trust in him, just like Gideon did.